Rural regions often face considerable mobility challenges due to lower population density, fewer transportation options, and greater distances to essential services. This results in highly individualized mobility patterns, such as reliance on private cars, leading to increased traffic, environmental degradation, and restricted access for the socially disadvantaged and physically impaired citizens. MobiVue is a decision support system designed to enhance understanding of rural mobility and effectively addressing mobility-related issues. It harnesses vast amounts of mobility-related data from diverse sources and presents them by means of an interactive map. MobiVue analyzes mobility patterns to offer data-driven insights and recommendations to support policymakers, businesses, and public transport services in transitioning from individual to more systematic mobility solutions in rural regions. As an example of a rural region, we selected Saarland in southwestern Germany due to the availability of data and its alignment with typical rural requirements. MobiVue offers a comprehensive view of district-level mobility information in Saarland through 14 data layers, along with two distinct viewing options, the OpenStreetMap and the CartoDB positron layer. MobiVue's approach starts with data collection, using scrapers, parsers, and APIs to gather diverse data streams about human movements, social media, public records, and so on. In the data transformation phase, we convert these data sets into visual formats such as heat maps, choropleth maps, clusters, markers, plots, tables, etc. Next, in the interactive map generation stage, these transformed datasets are layered onto a base map. This allows for dynamic visualization of rural mobility, with multiple layers representing different data aspects. Finally, the analyzer stage of MobiVue allows users to interact with, combine, and analyze various data to uncover insights into mobility patterns and preferences. MobiVue helps in verifying hypotheses about mobility behaviors and in realizing strategic decision-making. For instance, travel distance and duration play crucial roles in mode choice in rural mobility. Studies have shown that people rely more on private vehicles in rural areas, as public transportation options may be limited or non-existent. We can confirm this by showing citizens' favorite mobility modes based on human movement data on the MobiVue user interface. The bar chart shows that cars are the top transportation choice and account for the highest total travel distance in Saarland. Furthermore, it can be seen that psychological factors, such as individual satisfaction, significantly influence public transport choices. By analyzing tweets and news of 2024 in the social signaling layer, we can observe increased social signals about strikes and delays, leading to a rise in the use of individual transport. By combining the human movement tracking layer called Motion Tag Track Data and selecting public transport, the tram and bus station's locations layer, as well as the layer containing the number of tourists in each district over the year, it can be seen that public transport predominantly serves Saarbrücken and Saarlouis. Tourist-heavy districts like St. Wendel and Merzig-Wadern are left with inadequate services, challenging tourist mobility and access to attractions, ultimately impacting the tourist experience. Demographic factors, including age and population density, also dictate transportation choices. Older residents generally prefer cars for their accessibility, and sparser areas show a higher reliance on personal vehicles. By combining the Motion Tag Track data layer on human movement by public transport plus bus train and comparing it with movement by car, bus stop locations, and the age distribution in districts, we can confirm minimal public transport use and cars being the desired mode of transport among the older population and in sparsely populated areas like St. Wendel and Merzig-Wadern, where more than 20% of the population were over 65 years old in 2022. Geographical factors also greatly influence transportation mode choices, such as proximity to amenities, environmental conditions, and connectivity to transit stops. By plotting data on human movement by public transport, buses, and trains, along with bus stops in Merzig-Wadern and St. Wendel and company locations, we recognize that people do not use public transport to reach companies in remote regions of Merzig-Wadern and St. Wendel, even though there are bus stops nearby. Overlaying movement by car with company locations in Saarland depicts cars as the more favored mode of getting to workplaces.